In transitioning from slaves to royals, there's work to do, all right? But I don't want anybody to get discouraged out there. I praise our people all the time. We are great survivors. We are amazing people. It's amazing that we have been able to realize, to achieve the little we have achieved since they knocked us out of our thrones. It's amazing. And we need to tap ourselves on the shoulder for that and not feel discouraged, regardless of our shortcomings. Okay? So, our people say those who do not agree cannot cook from the same pot. So when we talk about, healing, unity is a big part of it. Those taking the bait. Because after whooping so-called Judah, after raping them, hanging them on trees, all of a sudden they're throwing materials out there, pointing them. Judah is only in America. Judah is only in the Philippines. Judah, blah, 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 blah. And our people so thirsty of an identity, of a sense of belonging. They follow. They follow. But it's okay. You don't have to go and chase that which you already have. You don't have to go and claim a knockoff identity of yours. You really don't have to do that, my people. You don't. You are the it. Okay? So, be certain about our healing. Our people say, even if the rooster doesn't sing at dawn, the sun will rise. So Tata Nzambe, in his prophecy to our people, he said we will fall. Because of our disobedience, we refused to live as one. But he also said that we will heal. We will go back to the place they stole us from. And from there, we will recover everything that was stolen from us. We will rise again and become our own people again. Period. And our God, Tata Nzambe, Sonini Nanini, Yamazulu, and many, many other names our people bound to call him. He does not lie. He's not a fool. If many of us can train a dog to do as you say and whatever you want him to do, how many times us? Some people want to make it believe that it's so hard to get rid of that slave identity. That identity that makes us the mockery. We have to fight and defend our honor everywhere we show face because we're still wearing these slave cloth. We're still sounding like slave. We're still acting like slave. We're still feasting on each other like slave used to do on command. They would put two of us, fight each other to death. Now the master doesn't even have to do that. Many of us still feel that it's okay to attack others like that. Slavery. So you have to be certain, so don't get discouraged. You have to be certain that our healing will come. Okay? So, in healing, in transitioning from slave status to royalty status, okay, we have to understand the kind of captivities we're fighting. So, physical captivity is gone. All right? Now, we have the mental captivity that need for approval from the Muzungus, that need for validation by them. We need to rid of that. The need of them to be in approval of it. The need of them to tell us that we are indeed free, for us to believe that we are indeed free. Man, it gets pathetically funny. All right? So we have to, we have to kind of think about all these things. Okay? We have the spiritual slavery. Be soldier, be the ground soldier, be the foot soldier for their religions. Some of us in Africa are the ones fighting their siblings who don't want to go and get baptized. They're the one hunting down for the family relics to go and give it to their pastor or their priest. The Willie Lynch Chronicle, what did it say? But if you apply that divide and conquer well to the T, their generation will do the job for you. You won't even need to do it anymore for them. Isn't it that what we are witnessing? The way we handle each other. The way we abuse, our own people ignorance. Fools who have never set foot on the continent. But they have people like hypnotized to think that they could, teach them anything. And even motivate some of them to come after us, to come and try to spit that venom. You know so much, trace your lineage. Go and tell your master who tell you to keep pressure on us. Go and tell your master to release their record to you and see where they picked you from. Do that. I would know that you have done a thing. Because, us African among the Crown Royals, when we talk to each other, even when you approach the palace of a king, your griot comes announcing you. They come announce, here come the son of so-so and so, son of so-so and so, son of so-so and so of so-so. So the king that is receiving that one knows who they will be in conversation with. And here I'm dealing with idiots attacking me who don't even know their African name. But they feel that they're suited enough to tell us African about who we are descendant of the audacity of their masters. Yeah, as much as they resent their masters, they have become their masters. Because only the Mzungus always do that thing. They will go and tell African people's history. You won't even see our historians. They won't give our historians the microphone on their show. No, it's going to be them from top to bottom. They go and profane a grave. They're going to say, we think they were slaves. Nonsense. For trying to tell our history. So some of the people, I won't claim those people who, the black, the Akata one, the black one. Yeah, that's what is left of them, just a color, right? And a culture of violence, a culture of perversity, all right? A culture of crabs in a bucket. There's even some Vietnamese people, they have a channel on Facebook. It made me cringe. All they post are videos of us here in America, our kids beating each other up in the ghetto. How they will go and fight on the street and someone recording. And these videos have like 300,000 views and stuff. We have become the laugh stock of the world. But some people are fighting us out there to maintain that status quo. Because master give them crumbs from the table. Many people benefit from our demise. Because they see in our demise an opportunity for them to rise. We have been dealing with many of them like that back at home. I told you the story of King Makoko. When you see him on paper, you could think that he's one of us, of the Teke kingdom. As much as the other kingdom were fighting and resisting them, they found in the Teke kingdom a woman, a black woman, one of us, who agreed to marry a white guy and gave him the right to rule over black people kingdom. Because that's the power we Bantu women have. We give the right to rule on our land to whomever comes. So she made it happen. So we have these spirits. And that King Makoko went and conquered him and his people, the French. They went and conquered 11 other kingdoms. So someone reading the papers, so-called King Makoko was selling slaves. oh, that's another white person impersonating our royalty. But some of our slaves want to remain slave. Okay, remain slave over there. But don't come and annoy the royals, because we walk with our big stick while speaking softly. We know our north. We know where our south is. We know where our east and west are. We have a compass. We are not lost. We are not a blind man driving a bus full of people. Okay, my lovely royals. So, we have to understand the kind of captivity we are to break. We have another captivity, two other captivity. You know, the physical, we have defeated it, except for our sons who are held in their prisons. You know, if you're a person of influence, if you're a judge, a person of authority, please know that the narrative about our peoples is false. These people you severely judge in your courtrooms were stolen from us. They were. So please keep that in mind. And they are God's people. Many of you suffer ailment that you don't know the roots is from messing with us, messing with our people. Because those who hire you to do all these things to you, to us, did not reveal to you who we truly were and why it was necessary for them to make us slaves. So this is a plea from their queen. Use leniency and clemency. And our Creator, the God of our ancestors, will reward you for that, because we are God's people. Okay? So, we have to know, we have to remember that we are also battling the political slavery, the economical slavery. Now, when it comes to the economical slavery, we can break from it. But how can we break from it if our masters, you know, taught us that we have to distrust each other? We have to distrust each other, hate each other, fight each other, be suspicious of each other, but love and trust Him. And that's exactly what we are, you know, we are applying. I would tell you that many of us are broke because of us. When you dare give a job to a black person, he comes and destroys you. That's why our ancestors had people, to our sons and daughters out there, if you have built something of importance that you need to protect, do what our ancestors used to do back at home. They have anybody coming near them, close to them. If you let anybody enter your house, consider that that person has entered your belly. Our people say, have them swear an oath of loyalty. Our ancestors, their oath of loyalty was, if you break the oath of your loyalty, your entire lineage, all your lineage are condemned to be wiped out. They will be victim of extreme violence until they're wiped out. And on the other side, their souls will be your people's slaves. If you wonder why kings used to die with their crew, anybody standing next to a king has sworn that oath. So that's why when we went down with our crew. There were no snitch. So my people, it's in us, it's a practice of us. Have people swear oath around you. Don't build for a fool to come and ransack and destroy. Some of us, when you let somebody next to you, they're doing all this nigger shit, all this slave shit, recording you unknowingly, so they can blackmail you at some point, so they can go for your bread and destroy your career. Have these people swear an oath. Don't let anybody in your home who didn't swear an oath of loyalty to you. This is how our ancestors kept people in check. You will see that not many are ready to swear that oath, because they like to operate in a system like their masters. There's always a loophole to get away from a crime. But when it comes to dealing with royalty, we're dealing with purity, we're dealing with honesty, we're dealing with sincerity, we're dealing with light, truth, love, power. It's a lot to be dealing with for you to allow clowns around you. Okay, my dear royals. Okay, so we hold the key to break ourselves free from mental slavery, from spiritual slavery, from political slavery. If many of us stop betraying their strongest to become the puppets of the so-called oppressor, the so-called enemy, maybe we will regain that autonomy. But each time, they always found a crack within our walls. Like I told you, they knew that the Bantu awakening is right around the corner. They had to invite some of the stolen ones to pretend now to their clan. They had to have, oh, you are welcome to the club. You can come and live with us. Come and help us steal more land from these other ones. And of course, some of us jump. And now they're coming and fight their own people. The nameless ones of us. The audacity. Just know that whatever you're doing has been done before in the past. This is an old trick we know. Okay? This is an old trick, and your so-called Hebrew whatever religion is just a monkey wrench they're trying to throw, to stall the Bantu awakening. But no, you or your masters can stop this. For we rising, we healing, as predicted by Tata Nzambe.
Hey, Bezingo! Yeah!